Today, I, Charanjit, listened to the song Down in the Kitchen from the Mission Songs project. Before I started, I sat in a quiet space, take a few deep breaths, and prepared myself to listen carefully. I listened a few times to a video with the practice of Dadadiri, which is about deep, respectful, and patient listening. I also thought about Rinaldi's pedagogy of listening, where listening is not just hearing but understanding, reflecting, and building relationships. As I listened, I focused on being fully present where I noticed the rhyme and melody. But I had to remind myself to go deeper and really hear the story behind the song. This was a challenge for me because I realized I sometimes listen only at a level. Applying Rinaldi's four levels of listening, I try to attentively hear the song, emotionally connect with the children's experiences, reflect on its meaning, and respond internally with respect and curiosity. One of the most impactful moments for me was when Auntie Alma spoke about her sister and their life in the mission kitchen. Hearing about the long days, limited food, and strict routine felt very painful. At the same time, I could feel the care and connection between them. This moment made me feel emotional, and I felt empathy and respect for their experiences. It reminded me to be grateful for the food I have every day. Another moment that stood out was the line about food that would stick to my ribs. This simple line made me think deeply about the importance of food, not just as a something to eat, but as something connected to culture, care, survival. It reminded me to feel grateful and to respect the traditions and knowledge behind everyday practices. While listening, I become more aware of my own biases and assumptions. I realized that I don't always think deeply about the histories and experiences of Aboriginal people. This story challenged me to reflect on Australian history in a more personal and emotional way. It helped me understand the impact of past policies such as stolen generation and how these experiences are still important today. This connects strongly to the idea of reconciliation action plan in early childhood setting. A rap is about building respectful relationship, increasing cultural understanding, and creating inclusive environments. Through story listening, I can see how important it is to listen to Aboriginal voices and stories and to include them meaningfully in a teaching practice. Listening in this way also helped me think about inclusion. As an educator, it reminded me that creating inclusive space is more than celebrating diversity. It is about listening, valuing, integrating different perspectives into practice. By listening deeply, I can better understand children, families, and create a space where everyone feels valued and respected. Listening to a story made me reflect on my practice of listening carefully and respectfully to others, which shows that I value others' experiences. This can help children and families feel a sense of belonging and trust. It also supports me in understanding and in that identity and acknowledging that some children and families have unique experiences and rights that need to be respected. In my future teaching practice, I want to incorporate story listening into my everyday in practice. By knowing Aboriginal culture and history with the stories like Mission Song Project, I want to include in our teaching pedagogy in a meaningful way, where it can be making diaper bread with the children and sharing the history behind it with the families to aware the community about the Aboriginal perspective. I'm a member of RAP program in my center, so this experience will help me to align with the RAP goals of respect, relationship, and inclusion. It will also help me create classroom environment where diversity is celebrated and everyone feels heard. In conclusion, listening to Down in the Kitchen was a powerful experience for me. It taught me the importance of slowing down, being present, listening to others' perspectives without judgment. I learned that listening is active, emotional, and reflective. Through Dadadiri and the pedagogy of listening, I can deepen my understanding of others, improve my inclusive teaching practice, and this experience has helped me grow as a future teacher. It reminded me that every story matters and it deserves to be heard. Thank you.